Far beyond the veil of the past, during the days of nullity, there was the wolf goddess Arlanora, whose benevolence knew no bounds. However, with no one to love, she grew lonely in her void as a solitary mother-to-be amongst the stars. She gave birth to 3 sons and 3 daughters, the guardians of Arlanora, our world. Arlanora bestowed upon the guardians her light, the power to transform the world and to make the elements dance to their whim. The guardians then gave life to their own children, us, and vowed to always stand watch over our land and our people. For thousands of years, all lived in peace and purity, until death arrived at their doorstep. Human refugees who had fled from a devastating genocide caused by the darkness that had wiped out their entire way of life gathered at the borders of Arlanora. With their feet aching and morale shattered, they pleaded for mercy and for a new place to call home. The guardians were torn. Were they as benevolent as Arlanora? What of their vows and of Arlanora's age-old purity? Ultimately, after much debate, a decision was concluded. The humans were to be turned away. The guardians' own kind and the vows sworn unto them came first. For surely, had they given assistance, the darkness would spread its wickedness into Arlanora as it followed humanity through its borders. The only way to keep Arlanora safe and pure was to deny the interlopers their request. However, one guardian was wrought with compassion and sympathy, and, going against the edict of his siblings, granted the humans refuge. Fenris, the youngest son of Arlanora, had led the humans into the sacred homeland of the beasts. Although furious with their treacherous sibling, the remaining guardians could only afford to focus on stemming the tide of the encroaching darkness as it stalked its prey towards Arlanora's borders. Using their combined powers, the Guardians conjured forth the most powerful storm the world had ever seen, which tore across the land to create an impenetrable barrier of thunder and lightning. All was safe. The darkness was kept at bay. But now, over a half-century later, the storm begins to grow still, and the darkness is slowly seeping through in its wake, as though it had been waiting patiently all this time. It is now up to one son of Arlanora to save not only the humans from the darkness, but his brothers and sisters as well.